How's it going, Sha?
It's not bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I am going through jury duty.
Right. Yes.
I can't talk about the case. I ain't trying to get arrested.
Sure.
I genuinely don't know what the stakes are. Actually, I don't know if it's like a pat on the back or something like that. But like, I know if I talk about it, they get mad.
Right. Yes. I think that's it. Ultimately, they get very mad at you and they ask you to
Yo,
leave.
so like, I have but I can't talk. My experience has been fun. Um, I got there. First of all, like I was excited. I've never been picked. Um, no one in my family understands why I'm excited. They're like, how do you gonna try to get out of it? I'm like, no, I want to be in it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
I
Yeah.
want to see this. Yeah, this is like TV in person. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, I've never been picked either, and truth be told, I would be kind of excited if I was picked.
real talk. I went
Yeah.
through every hurdle is like, and I fully admit the process draining and it can get frustrating. I get it, but like now that I'm in the trial,
Hmm.
yo, like it's turned up, yo. Real talk. Yo, shot. It's been a couple times where like there was two times where like one of the people spoke and like I've been performing so long that like I had to fight the urge to clap. I was like, yo, you killed that shit. Like, yo, oh God, yo, like, yo, there was a couple times where like one of the lawyers, like, I was just looking at my like fellow jurors, like, yo, body there, right? Yo.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I don't know if I agree, but yo, she sold the shit out of that. I'm having a blast in there, yo.
Oh.
I feel like I have too much power. Um, I know we're supposed to be there Monday through Friday. It's a
Okay.
serious case. There's like, genuine like time at risk for the defendant, so like I
Right.
am taking it serious.
Hmm.
But like, and it made me aware of how silly like my life is and my
Right.
job.
Yeah.
Cause like, they bring us in as groups to try to filter down to pick out these 12 jurors. So like you show up that first day, there's like 300 people in the room. Then they bring out like 80 of them into like a separate group. Then they work it down to like a panel of 18. And then when you're down at the 18, the judge asks each of you like 10 minutes worth of questions.
Hmm.
Then the prosecutor and the defendant each get like 10 minutes to drill y'all as a group.
Mm.
And then from there, they pick 2 to 4 people. And you're now added to the 12. And they do that like 4 times until they have a full jury.
Oh wow.
So it's a thorough process. Major props. Now that I see it, I like respect it a lot more. So like when you're down to like the panel, they ask you like, hey, this is what the trial is about. Do you have any issues with the topic? Just in case you're uncomfortable with it, you're allowed to step off. You have any scheduling issues? This is when the thing is taking place. They told us it's going to be about 2 weeks. We're going to meet Tuesday through Friday.
Hmm.
Um, I had to stand in front of a judge and tell him, yo, listen, I know this guy might go to jail for 20 years, but I can't be here Friday. I got to go tell jokes. Uh, I had to for real, like, say that.
Right.
Like, there's lawyers and a judge, and like, I had to for real, like, explain, like, I know he might be doing time for the rest of his life, but I've been promoting this show
Right. Yeah. Hey,
for
I
95
gotta get these
people.
butts and seats, man. I
Real talk,
gotta.
B.
Oh my
The
gosh.
community of comedy in Rhode Island won't be the same if I don't make it out there on Friday. You know what
Oh
I
my gosh.
mean? Yo, and like I felt silly as shit because like it really mattered to me. But
Right.
like I'm like, yo, and I told him, I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know this sounds stupid, but like it's how I pay bills. So I told him, I was like, yo, like I know you don't understand like comedy, but like so, and like I had to keep explaining more, and it just keeps sounding stupider. Like all right, so we do these little shows during the week. Those are just like practice shows. They're like ha-has, you do a little 10 minutes. It's cool. You
Right.
know what I mean? You should come out,
You should come out promoting
I'm like, but like, you know, the New York shows, they don't, it's like practice. They don't really pay you. You know what I mean? It's just like
Right.
enough to keep going. The money's on the road. So I got 2 road gigs this month. You taking out 45% of my month's money if I'm here on Friday.
Right.
You know, so he's like, just to be clear, you could do the other days. I was like, I'm here, baby. You know, and he wrote it, and like, and when they brought everybody back, they said, these are the jurors, you're part of the jury. I took into account certain people's scheduling. I will ensure that the case does not take place during any of those times. So like, this dude's life is getting pushed back.
Because
Right?
of your Rhode
Because
Island
of my
date.
Rhode Island game, yo, like that dude.
See,
Yo,
now
like that.
this is the law drama I want to see. I've been watching decades of Law and Order, but this is what I want to see. I want to see the haggling trying to get a juror.
Yo, sincerely, like, fascinating seeing the process, yo. What else is another favorite moment of mine? Um, I'm in the courthouse. So like you see people interacting with their lawyers and stuff like that for other cases, not your case, just people just walking around. And I saw a dude talking with his lawyer who's deaf.
Okay.
So like I was like, yo, like I watched him talk for like 5 minutes. And then he gets on the phone and he's like, yo, like, I don't understand the word he's saying, but he looked confident, you know? And and
That's what the dude said about his lawyer.
yeah, because
And the
like
lawyer is deaf?
the lawyer is deaf. So, you know, he sound different, you know?
Right.
He's not,
Yes. No.
and like, so like like just like that moment was so dope to me that like I just kept picturing that lawyer's come up story. Like, I want to write that pilot. I'm like, yo, how good are you as a lawyer that like you can't hear the case, your client can't understand you, and you win in so many cases that he's like, nah, this is the one. Like, this is the guy. He's getting work, yo. Like, yo, imagine if you lose a client to the deaf lawyer.
I mean, the deaf lawyer, I'll tell you this, probably just hard of hearing. He was talking.
Yeah,
Oh,
it sounded like he was deaf.
yes.
Like,
No,
to be
I
clear,
mean,
yeah,
but you can be hard of hearing and speak and not, or at least you can, how can I explain this? Because I don't know who, my knowledge is spotty right now at best, but the high school that I went to
yeah.
was in my county was the, high school for the deaf or hard of hearing.
Oh, dope.
So, we had folks and they were integrated within the classrooms. They had their own separate, like, classrooms,
Okay.
but for the most part, they were integrated into all of school life. So, there was a guy in my class who, like, when he was in my English class and a couple of math classes, throughout the 5 years of high school, and he had an interpreter. And,
Oh,
and he had a younger sister who was on drill team with me, and there were football players or cheerleaders, like, drill team, a whole thing, right? And that's where I learned, like, oh, okay, there's, completely deaf, and then there's hard of hearing, and then there's the ones who know how to lip read. There are people who know how to lip read. There are
right.
people who, um, can speak, like they maybe have a hearing aid and they can get some of the basic sounds,
Yeah,
but there is a way that, and then there are those who can't, and like, or they don't sound like their speech sounds different.
right.
Um, and so when you say that the lawyer was speaking, I already in my head, I filled in what that sounds like.
Yeah,
Um, so they could just be hearing impaired and still make out and also able to lip read.
yeah.
But I just imagine what that's like to to do,
Yo,
because I know that when I, because of that, when I speak to someone who I know is deaf or hearing impaired, and I check to see if they can read lips, and then I speak to them differently where I am enunciating,
Right.
right, and making it clear on my lips, but I'm not talking louder. I actually go softer.
Right.
Because the guy from my class, years later, I was working at, like, the mall, like, in a Gap or something, and he came in, or his sister came in, and I recognized her from drill team, and then I asked how her brother was, and she was like, "Oh, he's, like, a couple of doors down, I'm gonna go get him." And so then I had, like, a conversation with him, just like, "Hey, what have you been doing since high school?" Yada, yada, yada. And then when they left, my coworkers were like, what was that?" Like, why were you talking like that?" They were like, "I saw you using a little bit of sign language, but why were you talking like that?" And I'm like, "Oh, he
Yeah.
reads lips." And they were like, "But we couldn't hear you." And I'm like, "Well, it wasn't for you, first of all." I'm like, "Why would I
Mind your
scream at him?
business.
That's not the problem."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, I'm concentrating on enunciating so that he can read the lips," you know? But,
Yo,
so I imagine that lawyer can probably read lips.
he a beast. Like I was so impressed with homie, yo. Real talk. I like, yo, my man, like through and through. You got me, okay? Like I didn't want to interrupt because it was like they were definitely like it
Working
was
it
a
out.
whole other thing. Yeah, and
Mhm.
they were for real like talking. But like I wanted to dap him up like so bad. Like, yo, you on top of things, you got two hurdles in your way and you doing it, yo. Salute to you, my brother. I'm
Right.
struggling and stand up. I got the whole day and all five of my senses. Okay. Real talk.
I
Major
mean,
props, B. I don't know how you doing it, but you're doing it, you know? And I've been recognized twice. You know what I
really?
mean? Straight up.
At the
One,
courthouse?
once at the in the big pool, I got recognized there. And then today I got recognized by a fellow juror. So like one of the dudes in the jury, like cause like they took attendance. So like
Uh-huh.
he heard my name like very clearly now within the room. And he was like, yo, you the comedian. And I'm like, yeah. And like in my head, I thought like, were you in the room on Friday when I was asking about Fridays off?
So he's in your jury.
He's in the jury. He's with
Okay.
me. And like he's sitting right in front of me. You know what I mean? So
That's
like
funny.
and like I can't act up because like now like I feel like I'm gonna get judged. Like yo, you heard Gastor? Like he's falling asleep in a drive. So you know he's a good comic, but like he's silly in cases. So I
Right,
feel like I gotta
sure.
be on top of my shit now. You
Yeah, no,
know?
you gotta be extremely serious because they rearranged the trial for you.
Yeah. Yo,
So,
stakes are high, yo. Real
stakes
talk.
is high for sure. Stakes is high.
Oh man, it's been a blast, shot. I'm telling you, yo, I swear, shot. I hope you get picked one day. You'll love it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
so much
kinda
fun.
do too. I
Real talk,
kinda do
yo.
too. I've been trying. I've been
Real talk.
trying.
Off like or when I can't talk about it, but like when I can, I still won't talk about it on the pod because I don't want to get like in the
No, we
issue.
won't. No, absolutely. We ain't trying to
But
get you locked up or whatever happens.
there's a thing that happened today that I 100% have to tell you one day. Like that's all I can tell the listeners. Like, know in my heart that like I want to like you've seen how much I share, and even I know I'm like I can't share this, but
Right.
oh God, I want to. Like what I
That's
saw.
gotta be, yeah, man. I mean, if I was a judge and it's up to me, any comedian, I'd be like, "You are out."
Yeah, that's what blew my mind.
Anybody in here, anyone in the room have a podcast, you're all dismissed. Like,
Yo,
there's
real
no
talk.
way. You gotta go.
Yeah, everything about my whole life tells me I'm supposed to share this. Every
Right.
instinct, my profession,
Right.
everything I've built towards, and I can't talk about it, and it's not right. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
But
Oh
it
my
deserves
goodness.
to be out there. The
Well,
moment that happened in court today, it like I'm gonna write a script and write the scene in it, and
okay.
then just to deny it, like nah, that was creative freedom. Nah, that shit went down. Okay,
Okay, good. I hope you are taking notes. I hope you are remembering
he told
this
me I
stuff.
can't.
Oh, that's right.
Real talk. So you can't take notes. He's like, we find that people concentrate less. I was like, nah, I'm focused already, my G. I'm here.
Can you doodle? You can't doodle or anything?
Nah, they
That's a
used to like
shame.
have that. They clipped all that out now. They don't want anybody with papers or pens on the thing.
Ah, that's a shame because I take things in better when I'm, like, doodling.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah. Mm.
But I definitely would have been writing like jokes the whole time, admittedly.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
that's
get,
true. It's probably the
you know.
most productive I'd ever be is what I'm supposed to be doing something else.
Yo, you heard about Shot? She wrote a new album while she was on jury duty. It's crazy,
All
yo.
right, yep.
Oh man, let's get into the news.
Okay.
Kicking us off today, a woman found living inside a Michigan grocery store sign. That's right. A woman in Midland had a novel approach to living rent-free. Post up in a sign above a grocery store and turn it into a makeshift apartment. Uh, okay. Contractors on April 23rd, who were working on the roof of a family fair, stumbled upon a woman's odd abode within the store's peaked sign overlooking the plaza's parking lot. Police responded to the scene and found the woman in her mid-30s had fashioned a living space in the sign, complete with a little desk, a houseplant, a computer printer, a Keurig coffee maker.
Come on, this bitch got a Keurig? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Bitch, you ain't got an apartment, but you got a Keurig. I just want to make sure everybody heard that.
That's wild work, yo.
And a plant. And a plant. These are two things I don't have. I just got a desk like last fall.
Real talk, yo. How
Jesus.
yo, a computer printer. How is that an essential?
I don't know. But you know
What are you
what?
doing?
People throw out printers all the time. I'm going to start looking for one.
Oh man, she essentially made it a home. Said Warren, the local police officer, if one stood in the parking lot and looked up to the sign, they would see nothing indicating that someone was living inside. Officers spoke with the woman and determined she had been living in the sign for about a year.
Oh, wow.
Yo, respect, yo.
Okay.
She would not share how she managed to climb to the roof or gain entry to a small access door at the rear of the sign. Store employees had seen the woman around several times, though she would often vanish. Warren said. Once her nook was discovered, the staff dubbed her the Roof Ninja. Officers escorted the woman off the property and advised her not to return. They offered her housing assistance, but she declined it. Family Fair is working with the woman to ensure she receives her properties.
You know what? She don't need housing assistance. She knows how to find housing.
Real talk, yo.
She don't need your help. She needs to be back up in her sign. Look, I mean, I don't know. If she's managed to rig something up, enough power to run a Keurig coffee maker and a printer, I say let her stay.
Real talk, yo.
A year, that means she's been through all 4 seasons.
Yeah, yo. Made it through just fine.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe don't give her a space heater, but you could probably give her an electric blanket or something.
Oh man. And a fun fact, Family Fair and Spartan Nash is part of the Family Fair family. They currently own and operate 145 corporate-owned retail locations, and they distribute to 2,100 independent locations. You know, I say that to say that I think Family Fair is missing an opportunity here. Okay?
I mean, I don't want to get Family Fair too into it because then they're going to like raise rates and shit.
I'm just saying you could be renting.
Yeah, but see, I think maybe you shouldn't. I think you should just turn a blind eye to it, Family Fair.
Yo.
I think you should allow the spaces to be used.
Yeah.
And just make sure that they don't like destroy it and cause vermin to come in any more than whatever you normally have, or you know what I mean? But I think you could just be chill about it, Family Fair, and not like all constantly try to make money. Make money on the ground level, but let the people live in the sign. You know what I mean? I just think that's a way in case you have to do some nefarious things just to keep your store running.
Right.
Let people live in the sign.
Yeah.
As like a palate cleanse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The yin and yang of it. But that's what I think. I know you're always looking for a way to make $1. But I think sometimes you should just let them rock.
Yeah, some news comes out. You heard Family Fair sold some horse meat? Yeah, but they got 145 people living inside these stores for free.
Right,
You
yeah,
know what I
like,
mean? Cut them some slack, you
yeah,
know?
they're busy. Okay, I don't know if this will go anywhere. Do you wanna talk about the Bronx computer kids?
Yeah, we could def do that. Let's do it up.
Okay, alright. 'Cause this one bothered me a lot.
New York governor regrets saying black kids in the Bronx don't know what a computer is. That's right. New York Governor Kathy Hochul says she regrets making an offhand remark that suggested black children in the Bronx do not know what the word computer means. Hochul, a Democrat, made the comments on Monday while being interviewed at a large business conference in California to discuss expanding economic opportunities in artificial intelligence for low income communities. Right now, we have young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things, Hochul said. Yo,
Yeah.
yo, that's wild. The remark was not addressed during the interview, and the governor went on to explain that her goal is to provide avenues for communities of color to access emerging AI technologies as a means to address social inequality. Still, the comments drew immediate criticism from some political leaders in New York, including State Assemblywoman Amanda Septimo, a Bronx Democrat, who said the remarks was harmful, deeply misinformed, and genuinely appalling. She said on Monday that Hochul said that I misspoke and I regret it. Of course, black children in the Bronx know what computers are. The problem is that they often lack access to the technology needed to get on track to high-paying jobs in emerging industries like AI. That's why I've been focused on increasing economic opportunities since day one of my administration and will continue to fight to ensure every New Yorker has a shot at a good paying job.
Man, look here. And this is widespread, and I have encountered this in ways from all over. When people when people just say shit and you're like, "Wait, do you hear yourself? Like, how does
Yo,
that make sense?" Um, the idea that a child in the Bronx wouldn't know what a computer is. In this year of our Lord, 2024, first of all, kids don't even use computers like they used to
yeah,
anymore. They're all on their phones, which, in case you forgot, are pocket computers.
do this. Yeah.
Pocket computers. So to even say that a child doesn't know what a computer is insane. Um, Also, why has it gotta be a little black kid in the Bronx? What a wild way to go there.
No,
Um, and this whole thing of look, internet there's definitely, uh, inequality in how internet connections are laid out, like,
agreed.
for sure. That is for sure. But, especially in a city like New York,
Mhm.
I don't I think it's wild to think that you have a whole borough. Like, what? A whole borough, or if you're wondering what that is, like a whole county, basically, y'all.
Right.
A whole county of people in this metropolitan city, best city in the world, and you trying to tell me you got a whole borough full of kids who don't know what a computer is? Someone fucked up somewhere, if
Yo,
that's the case. In a
it
way that you shouldn't be so flippant about it. If it were true, I would be like, "Yo, we should fix this right away."
yeah. If this was true, it would be so crazy that you wouldn't talk about it.
No, right,
Yeah,
until you fixed
like,
it. You
yeah,
would
like, yo, you heard about the black kids in the shut shit down. Like, don't let anybody talk to the
un
news at all until we address this
until
now.
we fix it.
Real talk. Yeah, the kids that are all over TikTok, apparently they don't have computers. They
Right.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's so wild, and here's the thing is that that kind of thinking is usually, more often than not, comes from the mouth of someone who thinks they're helping out
Yeah.
this community by saying, "They don't even have look at how they're in they've got nothing. They need me to come in and tell them what Chat GPT is. Get the fuck out of here. Get the
Real
fuck
talk.
out of here. You're not helping anyone, especially if you're bringing AI into the hood, which I got issues with
Yeah.
because I got issues with AI, and that goes for everyone can get it. This governor can get it. Jay-Z, you can get it too. Don't come through here with your fucking AI shit.
Shoot
Like,
fair. Real talk. It ain't
it's
Iverson. I don't want it. Okay.
exactly. People getting caught up in ways that unnecessary. But like, it seems to come from someone who would describe themselves as maybe more left wing, right? More
Mm-hmm.
liberal minded or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so like these lines, just the view, the way that people are viewed, right? It's so like entrenched that people who think they're doing better will just say this, and it's like that's not the case. That hasn't been the case in years.
Yeah.
When are you in these communities that you're so that you claim to be worried about? I don't
Mm.
know. It just folks be telling on themselves in a way that
Yeah.
is real troublesome.
Real
I
talk. This governor hasn't been in the Bronx since the election.
I mean, I don't has she been in the city at all?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
like,
a good question.
she's not, and is she from Buffalo? Is that the thing? I think she's from Buffalo.
Yo.
And look, I haven't been to Buffalo, but a couple of the people that I've encountered from Buffalo, they would absolutely think that the Bronx is full of little black kids who don't know what a computer is.
Real talk. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
insane. That's
And
insane.
also, listen, I misspeak all the time.
Mhm.
I don't think I've misspoken 3 times in a row. Just put it out there. You know what I mean? There's
Like, double down on it?
yo, she tripled on it. She's
Mm.
like, there's little black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what a computer is. Period. They don't know. They don't know these things. Like,
How do
yo,
you know what a black child when was the last time this governor has seen a black child in
rare.
person? In person. When was the last time she spoke with a black child? Or to that end, when was the last time she spoke to anyone from the Bronx?
Real talk, yo. Let me find out Kathy Hochul will be chilling with A Boogie with the hoodie, yo. Oh shit. I ain't know, that's on me. My
Oh,
bad, yo.
boy.
Oh man, real talk. If you would like
Now I got you all mad.
to hang out with Kathy, A Boogie, and all the rest of Highbridge. You know what I mean? Like they do every summer. That's what they do. You didn't know. All you gotta do is like and subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You think that Kathy don't know what a glizzy is. You know?
Oh, that's a very good point. She definitely does not. I'm pretty sure she thinks it's a weapon. And honestly, the way my stomach's set up, it is. A glizzy is definitely a weapon.
Oh man. 5 stars, you know that Kathy thinks 2 glizzies means she's packing. Okay? Real talk. She about to go on the murder spree. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she's killing a colon, that's for sure.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to FCVLJ and Lauren Whaley. Always appreciate y'all. With all that said, I don't even go to the Bronx that much. Gastor Almonte.
I don't think I
Real
don't
talk.
think I've been since I was a child. But I
Yo,
mean, I'm sure that the kids there know
know
what
what
a
computers are?
know what a computer is. Like,
Real talk.
come on.
I got a close cousin of mine that moved out there. I haven't seen him in like 20 years. But I miss him, you know.
Does he answer his emails? I bet
We
you could email him.
Yeah, as I was saying, we still text.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I
he
mean?
knows
Straight
something.
up.
He knows
His messages come back blue. I know he got an iPhone at least.
Okay,
Real
so
talk.
there's at least one reported iPhone in the Bronx.
That's it, yo. He recorded his album at the local community college.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So there's at least one iPhone in one college in the Bronx. We know
Straight
that
up.
much.
Somewhere in the Bronx, somebody got Pro Tools, okay?
Okay. So we're doing better than the governor at this point.
We trying, baby. You know what I mean? Oh, man. What a freaking idiot. Oh, man. This is an episode that's being recorded too late for me to be patient and empathetic with cats.
Yeah, it's too late in the night.
Catch y'all next time. Peace.